very important not to cut or collect plants or collect from plants or herbs that grow by polluted or stagnant water, by busy roadways, anywhere where they may have been sprayed with pesticides or chemicals, and never collect more than 25% of the plant's growth or from very young plants. Harvesting herbs is basically the beginning of magical herbalism, because once you ask the plant to give up part of its life for your magic, you have begun to attune with the earth and with the powers at work behind herb magic. There are few tools necessary to practice herb magic. They aren't expensive or difficult to find. You can probably find most of them at your local store. This is a mortar and pestle, perfect for grinding herbs to a powder. Next, a censer, or an incense burner, necessary for burning incense. Candles, of course, are a necessary tool in herb magic, for the power of flame and color is potent and easily combines with herb power. You'll also need some large wooden or ceramic bowls for mixing. They can be of any material. Eyedroppers are very important for mixing oils, and try to get bottles with eyedroppers attached. It makes it much easier. You'll also need many pieces of flannel or felt cloth of various colors. Also, natural fiber cords or yarn. It's also a good idea to keep a book of herbal notes, records of spells, and also the formulas you invent or change. This book in time will be worth more to you than any you could buy in any store. Prior to using herbs in magic, it's best to grind them. Drying herbs activates their energies to a certain extent, but some are lost as well. Grinding herbs activates their magical energies. Add any herb, such as this dragon's blood, to the mortar and pestle. Now, after scrunching up a little bit, begin grinding in a clockwise motion. In magic, clockwise motions are thought to imbue the herb with positive vibrations. Counterclockwise motions are thought to imbue it with negative energies. It's easy to stick with a clockwise motion, and in magic it's best to do so. Continue grinding until you've reduced the herb to a powder. Some herbs grind quite easily, like this dragon's blood does, and most herbs such as rosemary, things like that. Frankincense and other herbs are really a problem. They usually start sticking and mucking up the mortar and pestle while you grind them, and so a very light touch is required. After a few minutes, the herb should be ground to a powder, and it's ready to be used in magic. Incense, magic smoke, smoldering herbs and spices, oils and barks. Sense of magic, incenses to change your life. For centuries, witches and magicians have used incense in magic to strengthen the effects of spells and rituals. Powerful recipes were once kept secret and were rarely passed to others. When these incenses were burned in ritual, they drew love, money, power, and protection to the magician, drove out evil and sickness, and enhanced spirituality and psychic awareness. Okay, let's make a protection incense. You'll need rosemary, cedar, and juniper berries. All these herbs have been ground. We're going to make granulated or powdered incense. This is the easiest type to make and the most used in magic. Sticks, cones, and blocks are fine, but are difficult to make without practice. Start with the powdered forms first. Once the herbs are ground, they are enchanted. This applies to all forms of herb magic. Enchanting or attuning herbs reaffirms the energies you've aroused during the grinding process. You can enchant each herb separately or mixed together. For time considerations, here I'll enchant them collectively. You decide what works best for you. Pour each herb into a mixing bowl, keeping in mind the eventual purpose of the herb product, in this case, protection. Now, rub your hands briskly together to sensitize them above the bowl. Start running your fingers through the herbs in the bowl, mixing them, blending their energies as you continue to visualize your magical goal. While doing this, visualize or imagine your fingers streaming with your own energies. With your imagination, charge this energy with protection, since this is a protection incense. This energy mixes with that of the herbs, and as you continue to mingle the herbs, they absorb this power. Mix until you feel the herbs tingling or vibrating. If you wish, chant a simple rhyme which encapsulates the energies you need in the final product. Once you know the herbs are glowing and radiating energy, that's it. The incense is made. Now to burn it. You can burn it as part of a larger spell or simply use it as a ritual in and of itself. you need a censer, an incense burner, as well as a charcoal block. This isn't the kind you use in the barbecue, but a specially made charcoal for incense use. These are available at religious supply stores or by mail from one of the retailers shown at the end of this video. If you can't find a suitable censer, take any bowl and half fill with sand. This makes a fine censer.